All right, what's up, everybody? We are talking all things outdoor lighting, talking Light It Up Expo. We got some cool announcements to make tonight. And just so you know, I kind of decided to do a thing. We're going to give away 2 free tickets. So the first 2 people to actually, I'm not going to tell you how to win yet. Okay. Because I'll probably make it up. Actually, I'll change it. So I want you to stick around to the end. We're going to be pretty fast on this video, but I definitely want you guys to stick around because we're actually going to give away a couple free tickets to Light It Up Expo tonight, which is super dope because they're $649. But one of the things we're doing to add more value to our vendors and to our attendees and just to the lighting industry in general is doing these kind of Facebook lives and social media lives with our vendors that are going to be at Light It Up. So I'm happy to be joined by Ben and Nick with Outside Leads. Thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Likewise.
Thanks for having us.
So we got Light It Up Expo coming up March 3rd through 6th. The 3rd is our hands-ons. We have tons of people asking like, well, where do I get more training? So we're like, oh, we'll just do it and we'll make it free. I used to charge $1,800 for these classes, you guys, and they're absolutely free. So you can choose landscape lighting or holiday lighting or permanent lighting, get the hands-on training the day before the show starts. And then March 4th, we've got the vendor hall, the expo. We've got some cool raffles that we're doing, happy hour, a DJ, lots of cool stuff that day. And probably the number one thing people ask me is like, all right, well, what products should I use? And like, we just decided to like bring all the vendors, put them in one room and walk around and build relationships, get to know each other. And then the last 2 days are speakers and breakouts and stuff like that. So Light It Up Expo is honestly the gathering place if you're in the outdoor lighting industry. Unless you're just like, you know what, I'm happy where I'm at and I want to stay stuck and I don't want to grow this year and I don't care, then don't come. But if you're looking to grow your business and really like accelerate your growth, collapse time, there's honestly not a better room to be in than Light It Up Expo. So I want to jump into Outside Leads. Ben, Nick, do you guys want to just do a quick introduction of yourselves and who Outside Leads is?
Absolutely. Yep, I could take the reins. So first of all, Ryan, thanks for having us. And thank you for everything that you're doing for the Light It Up Expo. It's going to be one of our first shows as a vendor. So, we are very excited. It's been on the calendar.
That's awesome.
Since we signed up, and it's going to be a great opportunity, obviously, business-wise, but also just to network and, meet a lot of great people. But yep, my name is Ben Mazurkowitz. So I've been in the agency game now for over 8 years. I originally started when I was a sophomore in college. I opened up my first LLC and started cold calling, roofing and home service businesses because I had a lot of passion for just kind of the online world, and I saw a lot of opportunity with that. But fast forward a couple of years, Nick and I opened Outside Leads. We predominantly started in home service, so working like across the board in what we like to call the outdoor living industry. So we worked with a lot of roofers, landscapers, hardscapers, HVAC, everything across the board. And kind of how we fell into the outdoor lighting space, being that, it's very niche and we get that question all the time. And why I've been specializing in that specifically for the past 5 or so years is that my brother is a sales manager. So shout out Matthew, if he ever gets the chance to watch this.
Let's go, Matthew.
Yep, at Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Chicago. He's been there for, I think, 4 years now. And with his help, that was kind of our foot in the door for outdoor lighting in the marketing world. Great business. And they gave us a lot of opportunity to kind of, for us to show them our skills, and from there, we took our results and expanded into a few other OLPs, starting running ads nationwide to pick up a bunch of other outdoor lighting businesses. And since then, we've delved into, landscape lighting, permanent roof line lighting, holiday lighting, everything across the board. So we've been full scale now, everything from website design to SEO, and on the new wave of getting ranked in AI, Facebook and Instagram ads, AI chatbot and voice solutions, and looking to help anywhere we can. So it's kind of the rundown fully on the Outside Leads aspect. So Nick, I'll let you give an intro on your background.
Yeah, similar to Ben, right outside of college, I basically started a business, except it was a house painting business. So basically did that for a few years and realized that door to door really sucks, and then started learning ads and things like that. And then that's how I got my start in the marketing industry as well.
Yeah, very cool. Well, I'm definitely excited to hang out. For me, I don't know if I've always been like this or what, but like I have to like know people to like want to do business with them. And then like the stronger that relationship, the more I'm willing to like fight for it too. Cause like none of us are perfect. None of us run a perfect business. And sometimes things go wrong and sometimes things take longer, whatever. And so like if I like someone and they're like a friend, I have a relationship with them, I'm like, okay, what do we got to do to make this work instead of like just cut ties, right? And so it's really hard for me to do business with people that I either don't know or don't trust or don't like, right? And so that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to Light It Up Expo is, again, like we're bringing attendees and vendors and like all the who's who in the outdoor lighting industry together. And so just to get to know each other. And yeah, we got like some formal things planned, but some of the real value is just going to be like, oh, I met you guys at your booth and then we're just chatting in the hallway. It's like, oh, dude, I didn't know we had similar interests. It has nothing to do with our product or growing our business or whatever. And I just think there's so much value in having that gathering place for the outdoor lighting industry.
No, definitely. I could
Agree.
add to that. In the marketing world, since there's so much noise and so many different companies and you're getting cold called and cold emailed with ultimately the same services, it's like, how do you weed through the gaps? Who could you trust? So for everyone who's met with us, we've always preached that, build a relationship first. People buy from those who they know, like, and trust. And that's true for marketing, but that's true for any outdoor lighting business as well. The odds of them, just chatting over the phone and signing on a $10,000 landscape lighting deal without shaking your hand first is very, very slim. So we're definitely all about relationship building as well.
I mean, you guys have been in the game long enough. Like where do most agencies go wrong? Is it like, cause there's a lot of people that have hired agencies and been like, oh yeah, they are scam artists and they didn't work, whatever. But then like other people had success from the same agency. So is it like, how much is it the agency? How much is it the customer? And how much is it just because they didn't communicate and set expectations? Because again, I know people who own agencies that like some people freaking love them and like would do anything for them. They've changed their business, but the exact same agency has like haters and it's like, I want to kill them. So what do you guys think it is?
Nick, you want to touch on that one?
Yeah, I definitely think it's for sure expectation setting is one thing, because like when we look at it from our perspective of, let's say we're talking about meta ads and we're looking at it from an ROI perspective. So in our world, when we're looking at campaigns, if we're putting in $1 and getting $5 back, that's like a really, really strong campaign. Some people may look at that and say, oh, that's not good enough ROI. Like, how do I get like a 20x ROI or 30x ROI, which is sometimes just not realistic. If you're in that 5 to 10x range, I think that's like a really strong ROI, because then you can just keep spending and basically spend more profitably, which is how we look at it. And then, there's also other ways of marketing too, like SEO, which we're doing quite a bit of, which, is no ad spend required, but then takes a little bit of longer time. So I just think like with each marketing strategy, there's just like, pros and cons to each, right? So when we're looking at meta ads, it's very different than our long-term SEO plays, or, when we're doing both and how they kind of like intertwine and work together. So I definitely say that is one of the biggest things when it comes to agencies messing up. And then the other thing as well that we've noticed is content. So if we can't get good content, that's usually where we'll tend to have issues, because right now, with AI and all this noise in the world, I think really the only way to stand out is by having like true personal content alongside your marketing. So it's almost like brand building while having, paid ads and SEO kind of like scale that.
Yeah, no, that's huge. I can comment on that. I mean, I don't have a lighting business right now, but we're we've done pretty much everything organically with Landscape Lighting Secrets. And I mean, I work my tail off, but I've got like a podcast, I got social media, all this stuff, and haven't really paid for any traffic. But recently we've started some ads, and it's kind of interesting because we track everything, right? So we're tracking the sales that come in and like the value, what it's worth, and customer acquisition costs, all this stuff. And the other day I was like, wait, what? I thought I had like a couple more deals in there. And my ads guy's like, oh, well, yeah, because that was organic. And I was like, oh yeah, duh. Like this is just for paid. But like anyone who's ever done ads before and organic and been in the game long enough knows that like as like there's no coincidence that our organic goes up the more that we turn on our ads and scale, right? And it's like, yeah, okay, I get that like the tracker thing didn't connect whatever right here, but like they saw our ad and then clicked around and did some things and then eventually came in somewhere else organic because like maybe they were on their laptop one day at their cousin's house or something, then they're at home and then they're on their phone and like whatever. So like there's always a correlation between the two. And if you're just running ads expecting to like get rich quick, I mean, ads are awesome. Like it can be good, but it is way more effective if you can couple that with that strong organic content that's going to continue to educate, build trust, build value, because not everyone's at the same stage of the funnel either, right?
No, like from our perspective, when we look at it, I'd say, maybe 10 to 20% of people are at the stage where they're ready to buy right now. And then there's a ton of people kind of in that longer term sales cycle. So attacking them through follow-ups and long-term emails and organic content and things like that is super important because, yeah, you'll just see such a bigger ROI over time.
What do you guys like most about the outdoor lighting industry?
It's a good question, right? Because a lot of people ask why outdoor lighting, and because it's so niche and new. Because when we first started like 6 years ago, and I'll tell friends and family, they're like what industry ultimately like are you working in?
My friends and family still don't know what I do.
So it has a lot, of its perks. We love being specialized, obviously, in such, a niche industry, which leads to just closer relationships with those that we work with. And being specialized in outdoor lighting specifically means that we can focus all of our time in continuing to, let's just say, make our services better instead of, all right, on Monday, we're so focused on roofing and HVAC, and now Tuesday, okay, now we have to build a website for outdoor lighting, and now we're switching to landscaping on Wednesday. So obviously the opportunity just to grow in one industry made it very appealing. And if we look at the service in itself, I find it very fascinating. And speaking with some other people in the industry, I would always say that, outdoor lighting isn't necessarily a need, it's more of a want. And then someone kind of turned my perspective on that. And, our advertising goal is to convince people that it is something that I might have mixed up. It is something that, you need, right? For many different reasons. Obviously, you have the benefits of like increasing your curb appeal, but as well as security aspects is what we take, especially when it comes to landscape lighting, that a lot of people undermine. Maybe if your home is dark and, vulnerable, that could actually lead to negative things, right? So landscape lighting could step in and kind of.
That's a good way of putting it. Negative things. Because the other day I said on Facebook, and I was like, I don't think I could say certain things. That video might have gotten taken down, but yeah, negative things could happen without
right?
Professionally designed.
And then permanent lighting, when it kind of boosted, right? It's just a very fascinating service, in my opinion. I mean, I have it on my house, and it's fun to play with, and it's a good replacement for holiday lighting. And I've hung Christmas lights, and I've still done it for my family, and it makes me want to push permanent lighting onto more companies that much more, because it's just the absolute worst thing ever. So
yeah,
It's kind of my 2 cents,
Well,
on the
you
outdoor.
mentioned like the need and the want. And by the way, guys, we are going to give away a couple tickets tonight to Light It Up Expo. Now, if you already have a ticket, we're not refunding you. Okay, you already made an investment. Bring someone else, bring a key team member, give it away to your friend who owns a business, whatever it is. But we are going to give away a couple tickets tonight. One of the talks that I give talks about how actually everyone needs outdoor lighting. Like they need it. It's not just a want. And I actually have brainwashed myself over the years. I truly believe that. Like you can't convince me that they don't, because of the safety, because of the security, because of the mental well-being. Like when I drive up to my house, and I've been in this industry since 2007, so whatever that is, 18, 19 years, it still never gets old. I drive up to my house, I'm like, gosh, I freaking love my house at night. And if the GFI is tripped or the lights are off for whatever reason, I'm like, what's going on? Like it just like puts me in a bad mood, right? So like I believe that people need it. At the same time, it's kind of sexy to sell something that people want.
Exactly.
Because you know what sucks is when your air conditioning goes out and you got to drop $15,000 to get new air conditioning on something that you need.
Mhm.
Like I hate buying stuff that I need. Oh, I need a roof. Damn it. There's $25,000, $35,000. But I love to invest and buy things that I want.
Exactly.
Right. And that's how people are. So we're actually giving something that they need, and we're giving them that they want it. It reminds them of their vacation when they went to Cabo or to Italy or to whatever it is. It gives them the sanctuary to be able to just chill in their backyard and invite friends over, and they get to feel that status increase. So that's what I love about outdoor lighting. It's a need and a want. And it's fun to buy shit that we want. You know what I mean? Like that's like the funnest part. No one wants to buy needs. That's boring.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Let's make an ad.
agreed.
Should we make an ad right now?
Yeah.
I think you just did.
Yeah. Now we could attest to that. I feel like I've said kind of similar verbiage in that, especially from like a Facebook advertising standpoint, where advertising for needs is more difficult because you're trying to find those specific people who recently got a leak in their roof or their HVAC unit went out. So looking at kind of the amount of volume that you might get from a need versus a want is substantial, which again led us into the outdoor lighting industry because we were so confident in our abilities to bring in a lot of volume, because our job is to just promote the beauties of outdoor lighting. And we know that it's a want, and that attracts a lot more, obviously, traffic, eyeballs, and of course, form submissions and sales.
Cool. So you guys offer a lot of different services. AI is becoming a big thing. You mentioned you got chat bots and stuff like that. What's going to be hot this year? What are people going to want to pay attention to?
I would say the new wave is more of the AI rankings, which kind of is in tune with SEO. And that has definitely been a large focus for us the past couple of months. From what we know, search traffic has increased by over 30% on AI search engines. And by AI search engines, I mean your ChatGPT, your Copilot, Gemini, whatever it might be. But we know, and I mean, me too, right? People use ChatGPT like it's their best friend. Some people use it too much, but you need to be visible in those areas where people are turning to. So it's really focusing on traditional SEO practices in Google Maps. And if that's tuned in, that also increases your visibility across all of those AI search engines as well. So you kind of made the point too that the best thing to do is set the foundation. You need to have your website in tune. If you're ranking well, and then you put fuel to the fire to run ads, all those things will work together. Vice versa for some companies who immediately want to drop 2, 3, 4K on ads in a month, but they have 2 reviews that are 3 stars and their website hasn't been updated in 7 years. If you want that $15,000 landscape lighting job, they're going to do their due diligence. They're going to do their research. And if they can't find you on those searchable resources, right, you could easily lose that job without knowing it. So organic has been a main focus because we just want to make sure, again, people are ready to, front ad spend. It's just money better well spent when you have that foundation set.
Well said. Yeah, I mean, you'll talk to business owners that are like, "Oh man, I've been in this industry 20 years. There's no one better, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Well, you got 17 reviews. Like,
Yeah.
that's not what I mean, you tell me that, I almost believe you, but like look at online and like that's really where they have to focus on, you know? And so I think that is one of the challenges. They want these like exceptional results, but they're not willing to like do all the things to get them there.
Mm.
I think that's huge. And a lot of people where like they'll be like, "Oh, I mean, I never advertised a day in my life. You know, I've been around 15 years." Like you mentioned something really key. Like even if you don't do any ads and like that is your strategy, if you want to call it that, um, just because you got a referral doesn't mean they just called you. They Googled you, right?
Mhm.
And so it's cool that you've made it this long. But my question is, how many deals did you miss out on because your website sucked, because your reviews sucked, because of these things? Because yeah, I mean, you made enough to get by, but like a lot of these companies, even if they were going to do like this so-called like word of mouth strategy, there's still like ways to make that like optimized, right? And dial in all these other things. And some of them could like quadruple their business without running ads if they just did all these other things.
Mhm. Definitely. No one can convince me that not being online is any sort of advantage. I mean, in the big 2026, right? Like I said, it's people who are soon to be or majority of customers are, you know, late 80s, 90s babies, gonna be 2000s babies. They only research online for the main part, right? Of course, traditional marketing methods could work, and it also depends on your goals. So, like we've heard that I get referrals and word of mouth works for me, but it's like, okay, do you want to grow? And if you want to grow, then you need to open up your business to all these other resources, right? That could help.
Yeah, I love it. Dude, I love marketing. It's so awesome. I'm glad you guys are coming to Light It Up. It's cool to have vendors like you guys. I'm glad you guys are there because, you know, obviously we're going to have like manufacturers and distributors and stuff like that. And that's a big piece of it. People are like, "Hey, I want to be able to put my hands on product and compare like, why should I use this?" I mean, there's a lot of new technology out there in products. So that's cool. But, you know, my mission in life is to help people make more money, and fixtures are a part of that. Like, you know, it's definitely they're a tool to be a part of that. But we need to have, uh, service providers like you guys. We need to have support outside of that because even myself, like I have an ads guy. Like, do I know how to do ads? Yeah. But like I don't have time for that. I'm doing other things, you know, and so we really need a bunch of things in order to grow our business. And it's not just having good product, it's not just having good marketing, it's not just, I mean, we need good team members. So we're gonna have like people talking about recruiting, we're gonna have um a lot of different things there. And so it's cool that you guys are there. It's cool you guys are passionate about it. I love that you're dialed into the outdoor lighting space. That's pretty phenomenal. So yeah, I'm excited to
Yeah,
have you guys
we're
there.
excited. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're I know a good few of our clients are going to be there, so it's very exciting,
Sweet.
and
Yeah.
we're obviously trying to twist some of our other clients' arms to come meet us there as well. So
Yeah, there's so many excuses that people come up with, like, "Oh, I'll go next year." I'm like, "What? How do you know you'll go next year?" Well, that doesn't even make any sense. Or, you know, "I would go, but yeah, it's my busy season." I'm like, "March is your busy season?" I heard another one. It was like, "Oh, well, you know, I just can't afford to leave my work for 2 days or whatever." I'm like, "But isn't that why you should come? Because you can't afford." Like,
yeah,
I just wish people would stop making excuses because, like, the worst case is truly like you don't get any value. Now, the likelihood of that happening is like, I think impossible, but like worst case, like you lose out on 2 days of your life. Best case, you invest and like all of a sudden everything changes. Your trajectory
yeah,
changes, your mood changes. Like you get to network with these guys and then call on his cell phone. Hey, I got a question. Like, what should I do? Like the upside is way greater than any potential downside to coming to this event. And it kind of surprises me. You know, we're gonna have about 200 people there this year, and I'm like, we should have 1,000. Like, there's so many people in this. There's much more people not coming, and it just goes to show you, like, it's like the 80-20. I mean, the people that are coming are going to be you know, if we do like a case study over the next 5 years, if they keep coming, they're going to rise to the top. Like you put yourself in a room with winners, you're going to win. So I'm encouraging everyone to be there. And it's like, well, what if it doesn't work? Well, what if it does? You know what I mean? Like at some point you're stuck because you keep making the same decisions over and over and over. Like you're going to have to change your decision-making process. You're going to have to try something new. You have to get outside your comfort zone. You're going to have to approach Ben and Nick and be like, dude, can you help me? I'm going to be vulnerable. Here's my website. I know it looks like shit, but can you help me? At some point, something's got to change. Right. So we're trying to get everyone there. So we're going to give away 2 tickets tonight. If you guys want to enter, I guess, I don't know if it's enter. The first 2 people to share this video, tag Outside Leads. Is that the name of your page?
Facebook page, yep.
Okay. So tag Outside Leads and tag Ryan Lee. You have to tag us both. The first 2, because we got to know. Like if you just like say that you did it, like I won't know that. But tag us both and I'll hook you up. I'll send you a DM. We'll get you a link. We'll get you your tickets. It's kind of fun. We've had some people that are like, oh my gosh, they won, like we did a few nights ago, and they were just so stoked because they're like, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to come, and funds were tight and all this stuff. So I'm like, dude, this is phenomenal. So yeah. So share the video, tag Outside Leads, tag myself, Ryan Lee, and the first 2 people to do that, I'll hook you up with a free ticket. So all right, anything else we need to talk about, guys, before we wrap up?
I mean, from a marketing standpoint, you know, I would just say I'm excited to, again, the opportunity with the Light It Up Expo and to meet a lot of people. I've honestly agreed with basically everything that you've said, but especially those last points, like for those who might be, you know, not considering going, you made the point that even just the opportunity to meet new people, like the cliche of your network is your net worth. And from like an outdoor lighting business perspective, it's like, if you're a $1 million company and you want to be a $5 million company, if you're able to meet the owner of a $5 million company and kind of pick his brain and learn how he got to that point, that would make the trip, you know, worthwhile. So I'm excited for the opportunity just to obviously meet a lot of people, because our world is speaking to my laptop for hours on end throughout the week. So I want to get out,
human interaction,
shake some hands, and, you know, crack some jokes, and, you know, go out to some good dinners or whatever it might be. But yeah, Nick.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, we're big proponents of investing into ourselves, and we go to a lot of events. We're part of a lot of online communities and things like that, just to be surrounded with others. Because, you know, for me, it's, you know, I love information and things like that, but I also really like just meeting people. And sometimes they'll say one thing that's a pass by comment, but it could literally change the trajectory of your business. So that's happened with us. You know, it's a lot of little pieces of advice through just having an actual conversation in person, where you just don't get that online. So I think, yeah, we're big supporters of investing into ourselves for sure.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys saying that. And it actually sparked a couple of things. Landscape Lighting Secrets, we meet like a few times a week. Not everyone's meeting every time, but like we see each other on Zoom, but it's pretty formal. I mean, it's pretty structured. Like, hey, we're talking sales. This isn't like we're not just chatting, you know? And so like, sometimes I'm like, maybe we should chat sometimes, like, because you can't really get to know each other that well. So like, Light It Up, there's going to be some just talking and, you know, BSing and stuff like that. But I took a screenshot of this text last year. This was the night before the main event even began. We had like a little expo and stuff like that. And this guy, which I can't even remember who it is, because I did the screenshot and then I cut out who it was. So I don't know who it is, but this is what they said. Dude, I just made what could be one of the biggest connections I have in the Christmas lighting industry. Let's see what the next 10 months brings. And like, hadn't even like started yet. It was just like a hallway discussion, like you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
And so
That's it.
I don't know who that was, but I remembered that. I remember that happening, going, dude, this is freaking awesome. It's already paying off for people. So encourage you, if you already have your tickets, you're coming, don't go hide in your room. Don't go eat dinner by yourself. Go sit and introduce yourself to people. Just get uncomfortable. Like no one's going to attack you. No one's like, I see people like literally faking phone calls because they don't want to like be standing there awkwardly. Like just go up and start talking to a group that's already talking, you know, like that's what this is about. So if I will call you, if I see fake phone calls, I will come find you and embarrass you and make sure that everyone knows you're doing a fake phone call. So we shouldn't see any of those this year, but literally like just get uncomfortable. Worst case, you're going to make your new best friend and maybe your future business partner. So many opportunities coming up.
That's it.
Guys, really appreciate you. Appreciate what Outside Leads is doing. Looking forward to getting to know you guys better at the expo and seeing some product demos and stuff like that. So guys, go get your tickets now. lightitupexpo.com. We do have some, we got a couple promos going on right now with if you need a promo code for 150 off, can't even remember. I think it's 150 off. And then we've got, or you could send me a DM. And we got 2 for $797. That ends soon in a couple days, I think. So 2 tickets for $797 if you want to bring a friend, a spouse, anything like that. A bunch of people have been taking advantage of that. So go get your tickets, lightitupexpo.com. If you have any questions, reach out. If people want to get a hold of you guys, what's the best way to do that?
Best way, Facebook page, of course. A lot of people message us with the inbox there. Is there any way for us to maybe drop our credentials? Like, you know, we're big email and just cell phone guys. I don't know if I could present that.
Yeah.
Way,
if you want to just put it in the comments or whatever, that's totally fine. Or just say it now. Yeah, either way.
Yeah. Email is easy because it's just contact@outsideleads.com to make it super simple. So if anyone wants to reach out, just to have a quick introductory chat and kind of do an overview on our business, that'd be the best.
Cool. Contact@outsideleads.com.
That's it.
All right, send them an email, check them out on Facebook, and check them out in Orlando. It's coming up soon, guys, about 6 weeks. So get your tickets, get everything reserved. We got the hotel room block. We'll email you that after you get your tickets, and it's going to be awesome. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll see you guys in Orlando.
Awesome. Thank you, Ryan.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.